everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. I hope you survived Thursday as a fan of the Big 12 and college football. What a day Thursday was out of nowhere. It is broken by a reporter on the West Coast that now it is USC and UCLA leaving their conference, the Pac-12, to go to the Big 10, which makes absolutely no regional sense unless the play is to have a super conference. And I think that's what's on the table for both the Big 10 and the SEC, which is not good for everyone else. If you want to learn a whole lot more about this topic, I posted a very long story about conference expansion and how it impacts the Big 12 and what the future of the Big 12 is at GoPowercat earlier today. Head on over to GPC and check it out. But my first thought, the most important thing that comes to mind right now as I offer up a 3-minute video is this. For once, it is the Big 12 that seems to be in a pretty good position to survive this round of expansion realignment. Honestly, because the Big 12's been picked over and they have already done their initial expansion after the loss of OU and Texas less than 1 year ago. It seems like it was longer than that. So much has changed. The Big 12 about 10 months ago was thought of as a dying conference. And now it seems to be very viable with the additions of BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF. But now it's the Pac-12 that is in deep peril. And remember last summer when the Pac-12 decided none of the Big 12 members moved the needle enough to have them join the conference. So the Big 12 went about its business and expanded, and now the Pac-12 is losing its two feature Los Angeles components. Only Oregon and Washington really are national products right now, and I expect both of them to also eventually get invites to the Big 10. That means the Pac-12 is exposed for Big 12 expansion. And the Big 12 just announced its new conference commissioner on Wednesday. Coincidence? I think not. And the Big 12 is poised to be the aggressor in this case, which is something the conference really hasn't done in terms of pursuing other current Power 5 institutions. Who's on the table for the Big 12? Well, mostly I would say the Pac-12 South, which are the two Arizona schools, Arizona State, and then Colorado and Utah. But if Oregon and Washington are on the table, you have to explore that. It's going to get very interesting, and as I said, the Big 12's actually in a good position, except for the fact that if there's going to be two super conferences, it appears K-State and others in this conference won't be part of the biggest level of college football. Now we ask this, is that a bad thing or a good thing?